Sorry ass DJ.
You can get some.
Hi, good evening once again. This is Eniola. Like we promised you that you will be bringing exciting moment just to you to enjoy your time, your stay at home. We are known for excellence, and tonight we're bringing you an excellent person, someone who have done so much, contributed so much to the entertainment world, and so many other industry. And I will tell you that sometimes when they say what a man can do, a woman can do better, this is one person who has proven that one way or the other. I have the privilege this evening to bring to you an exclusive chat with a prominent DJ, a VIP DJ. And many times I've listened to several DJ play. And when I started following her, listening to what she has done, listening to where she has played, listened to or read about how far she has traveled, I know that within my heart that today is going to be a good day. Today is going to be exciting. It's going to be an encouraging chat because sometimes we don't know the value of our gender, especially the female gender. We don't know how much they can go when they are interested in what they're doing. So she's an example, she's a role model, and I'm going to bring to you in the next seconds. Can you guess who this is? If you've seen the flyers, I bet you would have known, or perhaps you'd have made your research. Oh, is she actually good the way they proclaim her to be? Tonight we're going to meet her, and it is on this platform, Afro Passion, that we're bringing you this exclusive chat with DJ Brooke Bailey. Let me knock on the door and see if she's right there. Hello, are you there?
I'm here. Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
DJ Brooke Bailey.
Yeah,
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's a good day. Finally, there's some sunlight out. I'm happy. So yeah.
I think I like the lighting on your side. It seems so bright. Has your day been bright so far?
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, I visited my sister. She just gave birth, so that was nice. Yeah, it's been cool. It's been a good day.
Before we go deep down into questioning you, Brooke Bailey, is this your real name?
No, 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 no. My real name is Memuna Suleiman. Um, Brooke Bailey actually came from. It's very funny. I used to have another DJ name before. My DJ name used to be Lady Luck. And what basically happened at one point is that I was watching TV. It was a TV show about video vixens, and there was someone called Brooke Bailey. So yeah, I liked the name, and I was like, I think I want to change my DJ name, so I changed it to Brooke Bailey at that point. So that's how I got the name. Nothing
Oh,
fancy. That's just what happened.
interesting.
Mhm.
And the name has gone so far. How far has this name gone?
You know what it is? It's always hard to talk and boast about yourself.
Hmm.
I've been to a lot of countries. I think 30 now. I was supposed to do 30. I was supposed to get to 33 countries, but then Corona happened because I actually had a gig in Qatar, Oman, and Israel
Okay.
already, but they
Hmm.
got canceled last year, February. So it was around that time that I knew that Corona was going to be very serious because all these gigs were getting canceled. So
So,
yeah.
how did you become a DJ?
That's
What's where did the passion, the interest came from?
you know what the funny thing is, I think until I was like 25, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I always knew that I liked entertainment and that, it was something I liked.
Hmm.
But then I have a daughter, and when I was with her dad, we broke up, I think, for like, because we were together for 7 years in total. And then we broke up for 3 months, and we got back together after 3 months. And when I came back, my now ex had become a DJ. So I was following him around to his gigs and stuff like that. And then his manager one day asked me, like, hey, you have all the DJ stuff at home. You're good with music. Wouldn't you try to become a DJ? You can practice at home. There's no female DJs. So at this point, I was like, you know what? Let me try it. So I started practicing, and within a week, I had my first gig. And I got paid, like, I think 150 euros for 30 minutes.
Wow.
And I was like, there might be something there. So that's the part where I became a DJ. But I didn't love it at that point. So, after I think 5 years after we broke up, and I started doing beauty pageants, I did Miss Ghana Belgium, I did Miss West Africa Belgium, and we had to do a talent. So I was like, I'm going to do DJing, but I'm going to do Ghanaian music because at that time Azonto was really hot. Everyone was dancing Azonto, everyone was lit.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to do that as my talent. And that's when I realized, because one thing that has been abundantly clear for me my whole life is that I love Africa and I'm very proud of being African. And growing up in Europe, although I'm very light and I have straight hair and everything, let's be honest, to most white people, it doesn't really matter whether you're light or dark, you're still black. So I had not like I felt very connected with Africa, but I didn't have a way to showcase that. And I think with the DJing, when I discovered Afrobeats and when all these genres became very big, I was like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is the way I am going to show other people how amazing Africa is and the amazing stuff that comes out of Africa. And I decided to do it through DJing and through music.
I could barely hear you.
Anymore. Yeah, yeah, okay, I can see myself again. I can't see you anymore.
Okay, I think there was a
Yeah.
network issue then.
Yeah,
So
so that's basically, yeah, how I got into DJing. But like I said in the beginning, I didn't love it. The love only came later on. So it was, yeah.
you're known as one of the top Afrobeat female DJs in the world. Would
I-
you see that? Would you accept that as a compliment, or do you actually feel that yeah, this is right?
it's a tough one. One, I'm not very good with compliments. Let me be honest about that. And two, it's a tough one to say, am I think I am, but the question is, how do you measure who is at the top and who isn't? I think everyone is at the top or in their own way. So yeah, if you look at the amount of countries I've played and the reach I've had and the reach I've had in bringing Afrobeats to people, yes, I'll probably say I'm on top. But
Okay,
then with
because
other things, you know.
if you could rank 122nd or 120 thereabouts in the world,
Mm.
so I think there's no gainsaying. It is not just a compliment. Will you say
Yeah,
it is hard work that got you to that position?
I think it's a combination. I'm not going to say just hard work because I do not believe in solely hard work. I think that's a myth. It's smart work. I think it's a combination of who I am. It's a combination of the people I met, the combination of the work I put in, the combination of the passion I have for Afrobeats and Africa. Um, my looks, I'm not going to lie about that. It has also helped me a lot. Um,
Yeah.
it's a combination of everything. I wouldn't say it's just hard work. I don't believe in that. I've never believed in that because if it was just hard work, then rice farmers would now be the most successful and most richest people in the world. But because rice farmers work incredibly hard, but they never see anything from that, you know. So I don't really believe in people saying, oh, it's hard work that got me there. It's work, smart work, blessings, luck, a combination of everything basically. So I think I would bring it back to that. Yeah.
So I've traveled to about 30 countries, as you say. Recently or in the recent past, I see you more in Africa. Do you see yourself going back home?
Yeah, but I've always said that. First and foremost, I'm African. So for me, that it's logical that I would end up in Africa. I've always been, it's not recently, to be honest. I've been going back for 10 years now. To be honest, I went to Ghana the first time when I was 6 because my mom is white, my dad is Ghanaian.
Okay.
It was my mom that actually took me back to Ghana. She was like, listen, you need to know where you're from. So she took me there and I was 6. And even when I was 6, I already knew I wanted to move back. So then I went again when I was 15 and I was like, I'm going to live here. Then I took
Well,
my ex, so my daughter's dad, I took him when she was 3. So I was 22. And then we kind of both decided that we wanted to move back, but then we broke up. So when we broke up, I now started going back by myself. So yeah, eventually when my daughter, because she's 14 now, when she turns 18 and she starts going to uni, then I will move to Africa. I'm not going to
oh,
stay here. What am I doing
that's
here?
interesting. How far do you think, or would you say that Afrobeat has helped you reach this level that you are? Because there are several other genres of music, and I think you love Afrobeat so much.
Yeah, but I have gotten to this level because I play Afrobeats. Because a lot of people forget that you can get much higher if you focus on a niche market.
Mm.
Because when I started, there were no female Afrobeats DJs. There was maybe one or two. But no one that had really pushed the envelope of also like introducing the genre in Europe. So I remember in the beginning when people realized that there was a female Afrobeats DJ in Europe and they wanted to book someone for their events and they were like, hey, we have this female Afrobeats DJ here. So my first gigs were all outside of my country. I actually never really got gigs in Belgium to start with. It was just, I think one of my first big gigs was in Cyprus because they
Oh.
didn't have anyone there. So they had to come and look for me all the way in Belgium, Cyprus, then Sweden, Dominic.
Hmm.
So it slowly went towards that. And then when people saw me doing that, they were like, oh, so then I went to Nigeria the first time. And that's another story. I think we'll talk about that later, probably.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, it has helped me. It has helped me because I know that if I would have had to compete in another market like the EDM market, electronic dance music, if you have to compete
Hmm.
in that, there's so many people.
Yeah.
So you're just competing against the world, you know. But with Afro beats, and because I have the love for it, I don't mind. I'm cool, you know. So yeah.
Okay. As a DJ, or I wouldn't want to use the word a female DJ now, let's say as a DJ, I'm sure you would have worked with several promoters, Afrobeat promoters, entertainers. Whom
Mhm.
would you say you want to give credit to that really helped you, if there was anyone ever?
Like I just said right now, um, the first people that booked me, I think Dominic was one of them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Dominic was one of the first ones. Then there's been a few, but for me, the one that made the most, obviously the most impact was here in Belgium. There was this guy that was also a DJ, and he actually had the second room in the biggest club in Belgium.
Hmm.
And this guy slaved me in the beginning. I was getting 70 euros to be in the club the whole night. And then it took him 3 months to put me on the flyer, but I wanted it so badly. So I would just sit there the whole night next to DJ Boot. And then they would be like, Brooke, come and play for 15 minutes. And I was so happy I could play. So at that time, I hated him for that. But because of that, I learned how to be I learned, because I always had to open. I learned how to be a very good DJ, and my mixes became perfect because of that. So that's the main person. And then in Nigeria, Shinapela, because Quilox is the thing that got me into Nigeria.
Hmm.
And then, like I said, in Europe, yeah, probably Dominic and those people, because they were the early ones to book me, and then it kind of went from there.
So, as your gender played a role, let me say a diminishing role, do you feel that you have one way or the other been looked down? Oh, a female DJ, what can she do?
Never. They cannot try, because
Okay.
before I enter already, you will know that there's a reason why I'm here. Because see, there's a lot of DJs that play locally. And
Yeah.
even if they play international, they're going to always play within that same group of people. They don't get out of that group of people. There's a group of African promoters that they will be booked in. But at the end of the day, I have been booked by white people, black people. I've been booked in Dubai. I've been booked by presidents. I've been booked. So you know that I cannot be bad from the moment I step in. So I've never had someone look down on me. Like recently, there was one in Nigeria, though, that, he booked me for one day. And I actually told him that, see, let's do a whole weekend because I'm flying from Lagos to Abuja to come and play in Abuja. So just give me multiple days. And he was like, I wanted to see you play first before I was going to book you for multiple days. So when I now got there and I played, he was like, please, can you stay? We'll change your ticket. You played so well. And I was thinking like, guy, this one I own. Because last, you should have known that I wouldn't have gotten to this level and you wouldn't have promoted me the way you did if you didn't know I
Hmm.
was good, you know?
Hmm.
So that one, it doesn't work on me. No one has ever looked down on me. It's me that will look down on you because you'll be coming in with all your puha and I'm just looking at you and I'm like, really, guy? I saw you want to take Duam. I just say, look you.
Really?
Yes.
You want me to enter this level now, Abby?
No, but
Because
that's the thing. They cannot try. Like I've never had that. I don't
that's
like
a
to
cool.
lie.
You mentioned Nigeria. I want to ask you because in the recent past I've seen you often in Nigeria. What's the connection with Nigeria?
The thing is, it's not a recent thing. First and foremost, I've been going to Nigeria for 6 years. Um, I'm actually a Nigerian by nationality as well. Um, so that thing, yeah, I've been going for 6 years. Yeah, it's not been a recent thing, but how I got there, I can't explain. What basically happened is that, I was dating a Nigerian in Ghana before. I think like 7 years ago, I was dating a Nigerian
Okay.
in Ghana. And what happened was he was always talking about Nigeria. Ah, this Ghana. You go drag you again. They not gonna respect you in Nigeria. In Nigeria. So when we broke up, I was like, hey, so this guy was always talking about Nigeria. So make I enter this
Go
Nigeria.
there.
So I booked my own ticket, booked my friend's ticket, went to Nigeria, took a hotel. I heard about Quilox in a song. Emma had a song called Babele.
Yeah.
And it said, blah, blah, because they know they jam me for Quilox. So in my head, I already knew that
You want to get to
club,
there. You won't get there.
I must get there. That must be the biggest club there is. So
Yeah.
I now went there and then I knew someone in there. So that my ex-boyfriend, his best friend was actually there that night. So they now introduced me to the owner. And then I asked the owner, I was like, listen, can I play in your club? So the first day, this guy was like, who you be? I know they know you now. Why am I going to let you play for my club? So I was like, you know what? Next day, we go out again. I jam this guy again. I'm like, guy, are you going to let me play today? He's like, I don't know. That same morning, there was a fight in front of Club Quillock. Someone hit someone else on the head with a bottle because he was talking to me. So the third day, we now went to Grill at the Pens. It's on top of Mega Plaza. And you know, we all used to go there on Sundays, like between 8 and 11. You go to Kova, and from there, everyone moves to Quillox. So that night, I jammed the guy again, and he was drunk, you know? So I'm like, see, guy, I'm leaving tomorrow. Just give me a chance. Let me go and get my laptop. Let me play for you. The guy don't hide. He's like, oh yeah, you're not going to leave me, Abi. I said, no. He said, oh yeah, go and take your laptop. So I now took my laptop. I was drunk myself, you know, because people just kept, you know, Nigeria now. They'll just fill you with moe, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I now got to the club. I killed it. So the next time I went was in December, because that one was in October. I went again in December. And then he gave me Boxing Day, and he gave me my own flyer with just me on the flyer, as you know, this is the main person. And I think from there I was just always like, from there I just got gigs everywhere. I now played at that same cover. From there they now reached out to me from Benin City, like, hey, do you want to come? So
Uh-huh.
the way that I think I've managed to do so much is because I'm also not scared. Like when I was supposed to go to Benin, this is a funny story. I was supposed to catch a flight. The flight was for 7. And now reach at the airport. 7, no flights. 9, no flights. 3, no flights. By 5, these people, you know how they are now. Arik or Air Peace or whatever it was. They now decided to cancel this flight at 5. I had to be in Benin City to play that same night. So this guy, this promoter calls me, he's like, Brooke, you need to be here now. Don't hype you, please. You need to come. Benin is waiting for you. I'm like, guy, wait till you want me to, what do you want me to do right now? He's
Uh-huh.
like, can you go outside and stop a taxi and drive to Benin?
Wow.
And me, my head is not correct sometimes. So what I just did was I went outside, grabbed
Uh,
one taxi guy, I said, guy, if you drop me for Benin, the guy was like 70K. I'm like, you're mad. I'll give you 50. I jumped in the taxi. He drove me to Benin. We almost got like armed robbers on the road, you know, that like, I swear to God, then police now, you know, they saw me like, because I was so dead. I had been in the airport since 7. So I was sleeping on the back seat. And at that moment, you know, police starts knocking on the window because they thought I was kidnapped. They woke me up to see if I actually was supposed to be in that car. And that's basically how I got to Benin the first time. I think I reached there around 11:30 at night. I went to go and change, quickly ate. And then after I ate, I went to the club and I still played. So I think that is also one of the reasons why I've gotten so far in Nigeria, because people know that me, I don't care. I'll get into a taxi. I'll drive to, if I have to drive to Abuja, I'll do it, you know? So that's how I got to Nigeria. And then now I have a man in Nigeria. We've been together for almost 2 years. So
that's
the whole
interesting.
thing is
No,
just, you know, coming
that's
together.
interesting to know. I I now I understand that's love. Apart from the fact that you've been there several years ago, I now get why I see you much more often in Nigeria. And the way you speak this pidgin English, I'm beginning to wonder, can I speak it like you are doing now? Because I saw you in the market and you are telling some people you are not Oyibo, don't call me Oyibo.
Oh, yeah. But I always have fights with people like that because I'm like, don't call me white.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you the next question, which
Mm.
will be, having a 14-year-old daughter at home, are you able to cope with this tight schedules to fly here and there?
Well, it's funny because we were just having a discussion, you know, like I was telling her, because, you know, this year I've been home most of the year, you know, but like now it's starting to get really busy again. And I have schedules that I'm like, yo, two days home, flying again, 2 days home. But she's very, very grown for her age. In the beginning, it was more difficult. You know, I had to bring her to my mom, or she goes to her dad in the weekend. Or at one point, I had a friend that was a nanny for like 3 months, I think, for me,
Okay.
that used to stay in my house. But other than that, it's just very good planning, because mostly, luckily, my job is during the weekend. So what I can do, for example, is she goes to her dad on Friday. I make sure that, you know, I fly on Friday, I DJ maybe on Friday, on Saturday, and then I fly back on Sunday and I go and pick her up with her dad in Holland, because her dad lives in Holland. So that's another crazy one.
Hmm.
But mostly it's just very good scheduling, and sometimes help from my mom, help from family. But other than that, yeah, right now she's at the age, or I'm not going to say that she's at the age, but she as a person is just very responsible. So yeah, she can do a lot of things by herself. She can stay home, she can cook. She just cooked for me today. So
Oh,
it's doable, because I'm thinking of having more kids now, and that's a little bit more difficult because they're going to be young, and I'm thinking, how am I going to do that? But there's always a way if you want there to be a way.
mhm.
Having kids is not really an excuse to not be able to do anything. It's
That's a
just,
good one. Thank
yeah.
you for the wonderful answer, and I'm sure she's listening to you one way or the other. I'm
She's
sure
lying
she's
next
proud
to
of.
me. She's
I'm sure
lying
she's
next to
proud of how far you've gone.
me. Are you? Are you proud of how far I've gone? She is. She said she is.
Yeah, I haven't played for African presidents. Do
Mhm.
you do you see yourself being favored, or you think, oh, you merit it?
I think it's mostly favor. Let me not lie. African men, they like Oyibo now. I'm not even Oyibo. I'm mixed. They just like to look at that. And like I said, since there wasn't anyone really playing Afrobeats like that, I think I also pushed it on a few people. I was like, listen, you need to represent your own continent more. So slowly
Hmm.
it just became, because I was actually one of the first ones. I also booked artists for some presidents
Okay.
and for. So at one point I was really, like I said, my main thing has always been, and I wanted to be an advocate for anything African. So I feel like if you're an African president, for example, and you go and spend hundreds of thousands of euros to go and book an American artist, why can't you book an African artist? So I've always been that type of person that pushes it on people, and I also did that with them. Let me not lie. I also pushed Africans on them. I was the first one to, bring Wizkid to Equatorial Guinea. I was, those type of things. So I was like, listen, you need to book these people. These are the big people right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think it's a big part favor as well. Let me not lie, because we need to
Okay.
be honest with ourselves as well.
So, having worked with so many big Afrobeat artists, whom would you consider one of the? With whom would you say you had the best moment?
The funny thing was, but this is a story. We're not. I actually, in the beginning, I really liked the video, but then some things happened, and I was like, no, this is, a lot of things behind the scenes, a lot of people trying to backstab you, not him per se, but his team, and that kind of, made me change the way I looked at that. But in a whole, I like Wizkid, I like the video. I played with Runtown once. He was also cool. He
Hmm.
likes women, but he's cool. Um, I have a very good relationship with Skibby. He's also very cool. CK, also
Mm.
really cool guy. Um, yeah, I think are my top. You know.
Okay,
Um,
recently I not recently you've ventured into so many things,
mhm.
like the beauty pageant, for example. I think you also do some series of movies, and in the recent past I see you paying lawyer Kunle to see Dangote.
Dangote? Wait. Oh!
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. No, I love Abiola. He's so sweet. Like, I did one skit with him. And then he
Mhm.
basically called me back a week later. Hey, can you come and do another one? Because the funny thing is, my manager is really, she's one of those Yoruba girls, That's, oh, I'm bed type every weekend. Oh, she's really like that. And because of that, I also got closer to the actual people in Nigeria. That was always very important to me, that I feel like if I want to be one of the top Afrobeats artists, I also have to resonate with the streets. And because of that, she handles that side of me. Because the first comedy I did was with Exploits, and Exploit are Igbo guys. And they asked me, and I was like, fine, I'll do it. And then from there, my manager was like, yo, we need to do something with the Yoruba community. So that's how I got to Abiola. So we're all actually we're close, we're friends. It's not just I go and do the skits, they're my guys. They're my
Oh,
street
that's
guys. We they go lounge for street, and they're
so.
all like, it's too hot. You're standing under the sun. I'm like, guy, is it going to? So that sun that you're standing under, is it just going to kill you? It will kill me too now. Like,
Let me quickly ask you this before I forget.
uh
Would you actually pay to see Dangote?
no, never.
Okay, I'm
I
having
can
you on
easily go
camera.
and Dangote. That's not a problem. I know, like, there, it's where, like, there's only one line in between us. If I want to meet Dangote, I could do that, but I'm not interested.
So who came about the script?
It was that time that Dangote's Bomb Bomb was all over Google.
It was what?
That time that Dangote's Bomb Bomb was all over Google
Oh
because of
God.
that girl.
Oh
So,
God.
comedians, they just try to do things at that time that is hot and that is popping. So, when they were like, oh, let's come with a concept, um, and that's the thing. I was just like, okay, we'll do it, But that was the time that I felt like, yeah, Dangote's Bomb Bomb was all over the place. So yeah, I think that's why we
So
came
if
up with that
so
concept.
if he's the one reigning, so why not him?
Well, you mean Dangote?
Yeah. I meant what the skit was all about. So since it was the talk of the town, so why not
Yeah,
him?
and that's the thing because we've had other ones, like there's Nigeria every week they have something new.
Okay.
They had Egungun, be
Mm-hmm.
careful, na
Yeah.
express you dey go. They had cut soap. They had give me some accolades. They had a choke. So everyone's always doing something with that. They're always
Bringing
trying to
something
do it.
up.
And that week it was Dangote's Bomb Bomb. So I was like, fine, let's.
Okay. One of our viewers is asking a question that's please ask her if she does play EU artist song.
No, I
If she
don't.
thinks okay, would you give a reason for that?
First, no one, like, what is, no one ever really reaches out to me. That's the first thing. And then secondly, as a DJ, you have to play what people like. I'm an international DJ, yeah. I
Mm.
cannot go to a club in Nigeria and start playing songs that no one knows. I will help the artist, but am I helping myself? Are the
Fine.
artists helping me? Are like, you know what it is? It has to be, I think like that, yeah. Business, like, how do I say it? Relationships are a form of business transactions. I always feel that's the case, So I don't mind doing stuff for people, but what are you doing for me? If I'm just doing stuff for you, then I'm just
Mm.
giving. You're taking. What am I getting back for that? If I do think a song is good, I might throw it in between somewhere. But to be honest, I just a lot of the time have a problem first and foremost with the artwork I see.
Okay.
I see some artwork and I'm like, what is this? I almost want to text the guy and be like, your song is actually good, but with this artwork, you
It's
know,
not encouraging.
like, it's the same as dress how you want to be addressed.
Yeah.
If you want to have your song played in or go international, it's not just about the song, it's about the packaging, it's about how you enter, it's about a lot of things, And I do feel that the EU scene is just lacking in that. Plus, another thing is, I constantly feel like everything is being recycled in the same group. So you're basically focusing on one group, but you're not really focusing on anything out there.
Mm.
It's all the same group. It
Okay,
doesn't
let's talk
matter.
about you now. Sorry to cut
Mhm.
off, to cut in.
Yeah.
You've been recently been working with the Bob Marley family. Would you tell us a little about that?
Well, so basically, there's this. So I was explaining it earlier. There's this platform called Sirius in America and Canada. It's actually the biggest audio platform in America and Canada. So in the North Americas, they have 35 million subscribers, and it's like um, a terrestrial radio. I think a digital radio. So basically, it's you have a channel, and you go in there, and then that channel for my channel, for example, represents Afrobeats. So I choose all the Afrobeat songs that get into that channel.
Wow.
So people that are looking for Afrobeats on that app, and that app is hugely popular. It's also a very expensive one, so it's more elite. You pay at, I think the lowest one is like $12 a month, and the highest subscription is $25 a month.
It's huge.
So yeah, they go in there, they listen to the songs. I also, reached out to some Afrobeats friends of mine, and they basically gave their view on how they see Afrobeats. They gave their view on um, which African dishes their most favorite. They gave their view on their icons, and it's being played, in between the songs as well. So it's kind of a channel that just represents Africa and African music. And for me, it was very important that I didn't just put Nigerian music there, because we all know that Afrobeats is mainly Nigerian, but I wanted
Mm.
it to be
Mixed.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's most of it is Nigerian, but a lot of it is also like there's Congolese music there. I try to put something from every country in there. Something from Congo, something from Angola, something from Togo, something from Benin, something from Cameroon. So there's a lot there. And I spoke with, Bob Marley's daughter. She's the one that runs the overall channel, because Bob Marley has his own channel and then he has sub channels. And she
Yep.
said that for him, it was very logical because, you know, he's always been going into that direction. He loved Fela. He loved, all those people have influenced him. So it was very natural for them to also go into Afrobeats right now. And I'm very happy that I can do this, because that was really my thing. I wanted to represent Africa. And I think with this, I'm really doing that as well. It's not just about DJing, it's about the bigger picture. So, yeah.
Cool. Looking at the success of Afrobeat artists, for example, in the recent past, the Grammy Awards
Mhm.
coming majorly to Afrobeat artists, what do you have to say to it? Like Burna Boy, for example.
You know what the thing is? I always knew Burna Boy was going to be big, because the guy has something that, I always said, if this guy is going to take long to blow, but the moment he blows, it's going to be a different type of blow. Because Burna Boy, his love came from the streets. If you have that tough love, it takes very long to come, but then the day it comes, you can't break it anymore. So I always knew that Burna Boy had something special. I just didn't know when it was going to come, because 6 years ago I was already playing Like to Party and Tonight when I was playing in London. So I knew there was something there. It just pained me that it took so long, but I was expecting it. I think Burna Boy is going to be the gate opener for the new generation that is really going to break through, because now there's Afrobeats, but it's still, if we have a hit, it's still very local. It's an African hit. We don't have hits that are like, except from one dance that was with Drake, and it was
Mhm.
only Biscuit doing at the back. It wasn't a full Afrobeat song that blew. But
Mm.
I feel like Burna Boy is going to be the one to open the gates, and then the new ones like Fireboy,
Yep.
Rima, Ruga, they are going to be the ones that are going to break out the whole thing, and that we can actually see worldwide hits. Like, for example, Sean Paul had with Dancehall, and
Mm.
um, Despacito, and those type of things. I think we're going to start seeing those type of things, but it's not. I do not think it's going to come from this generation. I think it's going to be the younger generation that really kills it.
Let's hope that we continue to aim high and we don't let the fire quench. And so DJs who promote all these artists, if you're watching, you guys are the one behind the scene pushing all these guys. So do you see yourself as a major contributor to the Afrobeat industry or the Afrobeat music?
That's a tough one. I always like to be honest with myself. I might have contributed in a way, but at the end of the day, I think everyone is just doing their own thing. And then when you put everything together, it becomes a big whole. Do I feel like I'm special? No. Do I feel like I'm doing more than anyone else? No.
Hmm.
I just think I'm playing my part, you know?
Okay,
So yeah.
let's come to you. A little private things to know about you.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite African dish?
You know what it is? Yeah. I'm quite white with my food. So when you ask me about African dishes, I can make a lot of them. But if I have to choose, probably it's going to be very, very basic. It's going to be white rice with stew, tilapia, a plantain, and salad on the side. That's just very plain meat. I
Hmm.
love tilapia. I love grilled tilapia. That's one of my favorites. But I don't know if that's really African. And then if I have to choose something that I feel is very African, it would be Ghanaian granite soup with fufu. Yeah, I think that one will do it. But to be honest, I'm not a fan of Nigerian soup
Okay, good to know.
because it's very green. You know, Ghanaian soups, they are very reddish. We
Okay.
have our soups are very red. We have light soup, we have pepper soup, we have granite soup. They're all very tomato based. Nigerians put a lot of leaves in their soup. I don't really
Okay.
like that. I don't like the
They are
instant.
listening.
I don't like it's all too leafy. So I don't like the green stuff. If I have to choose Nigerian soup, it's going to be ogbono soup.
So, what would be your message to young female out there who are aspiring to be DJ?
Don't become a DJ because you want to follow the hype, because you won't get far. Because everyone's trying to be DJ these days. You really need to do it. Not, I wouldn't even say for the passion of DJing or something like that. You know, I'd say just more do it because like there's some people that actually start DJing because they love DJing. If that's the case, great, do it. Someone like me, I didn't start DJing because I love DJing. I started DJing because I loved Afrobeats, and that was my way to bring it out there. But don't just start DJing because you want attention or you like the hype or it makes you seem special. You need to like actually love something about it. If it's not the DJing, let it be the music genre you're putting out there. Let it be, something like that. But don't just do it for the hype, because that's what I'm seeing a lot these days. Like a lot of these video vixens turn DJs. Um, Actresses now become DJs. Prostitutes now become DJs. Like what's happening?
Well, I won't comment about that.
Oh,
If
so
you
that's what's happening.
if you would choose another career, another profession, what do you see yourself doing? Very good. Aside what we know now.
Um, like I said, anything, and that's what I said. For me, it's not per se about the DJing. It's just about me displaying Africa in the best light possible. So if I would have to do anything else, it would have to be in that direction as well. I think because I am getting older, I still do want more kids. I don't want to be in the club until I'm 40. It's just awkward, you know? You don't want to
Mm,
be 40 and then everyone in the club is like 18 or 17 or 19, and you're there with your wrinkles and your kids at home. So
mm.
I would still want to do some festivals, do some good, like be able to choose my own gigs because I get paid so much that if I do one gig, I'm fine. Um,
Okay.
but then other than that, I think I would like to go into presenting, like this thing that I'm doing for serious now,
Mm,
curating, choosing music, just basically shaping the Afrobeats community. Yeah, I think anything towards that, things like that, presenting.
okay. On the final note,
Mhm.
would you say that you have been gender harassed one way or the other? That people will look down on you, or they want more than you can give, or they expect more than stuff like that?
That one always happens, yeah, but it's up to you how you handle that. Like I said, I tend to give off a vibe of don't try. And then secondly, I'm always very open. Like the first 10 minutes we talk, I will make sure that I let you know that I'm in a serious relationship. So that's the thing, you'll just make a fool out of yourself if you start hitting on me. When I've already told you, like, listen, I'm in a serious relationship, and there's some places I go, yeah, my man is on the background of my phone. So you are very sure that that man is there. And when you look at that man, you know you can't compete with that man.
Okay.
So, that's the thing. You will only make a fool out of yourself. So to be honest, have I been harassed? Like actually harassed? Never. I did a never. Like not that I can remember. Or it's just maybe blocked in my I've had guys that wanted more, but I'm just straight like, guys, it's not gonna happen. Like either you book me because you think I'm a good DJ, but don't, because I've had guys that like, oh, I like you. Don't you want anything? And I'm like, no, no. Why? And I've noticed that most guys, if you come like that, they'll respect it. Because I've had a lot of guys that actually like propose that, and then I say no, and they're cool. Maybe they might not book me a second or a third time, but that's all good. At least I got that one booking out of you. If you want to make a fool out of yourself, that's not my problem.
And just like you said previously, you said one booking is enough for you. You can rest.
If it's paid well, because that's
Yeah,
another thing.
that's
Yeah. some gigs pay really bad. It's like in some countries, the funny thing is the countries where the very tiny countries where they don't have their own DJs and stuff, they pay nicely. I've had gigs that I get paid $1,500 just to go and play an hour, but they will let me come over for 4 days. They'll book 5-star hotel. They will
Mm.
book massages. They will take me to all kinds of cool places. Like the presidential gigs, you get paid so much. They give you your own house. They give you massages. You want to go shopping? Take this money. They pick you up in a Rolls Royce. They don't care. They don't care.
Thank you. I think I've spent so much time with you. I don't even want to stop. Uh, it is so interesting that getting to chat with you and know so much from you, because sometimes we don't get to know people. We just because we see them from afar, and a lot of people judge it. Do you think that there might be some set of people who think that, oh, she knows Sabi Jare, she
Yeah, of course there are, and I like it like that. To be honest, I don't like. See, that's why I do not mingle with a lot of people because I like people to not know me. Wait, till. Um,
I think you answered that question already.
or if I want to have any kind of orientation, not really. Like, do I want to start an academy? I think there's enough academies. I think with the digital age, I feel like you can learn everything yourself. I don't really have that urge you know, um, to enlighten other people. I think everyone should find their own thing. That's the funny thing is I'm really not that social. That's why when you said, are there people out there that have a certain thought about me? I'm sure. Do I care? No. I
Okay.
I couldn't care less. You know?
Do you react to criticism? That's what you just already answered.
Yes,
So,
it depends. There's a lot like with criticism that when it would be about my DJing, it would be harder for me to deal with that because I feel like most of the time I play well, but there's sometimes, yeah, I'm quite an emotional person. So if, for example, something happens before I have to play, then I play bad, not bad, but badder. And when someone says something about that, I do tend to feel bad because my manager, for example, in Nigeria is very straight with me. And when I didn't play well, she will tell me. And I just noticed that I get really upset. I'm like, but you know why I am not? And she's like, see, whatever happens, yeah, you need to stay calm and just play well. So now, because she has pointed that out to me, that I play bad when certain things happen, I know how to deal with that. So I try to do something with criticism, but then I will never do something with people that criticize me that don't know me because I don't need you to know me. We're not friends. I don't need to be friends with you. To be honest, I'm not such a friend person anyway. So do I care? No, I don't.
okay, on a final note, what should we
Mhm.
expect from DJ Bailey after COVID?
Well, that's a funny thing that I've been asking myself. I'm definitely gonna branch into more stuff. That for sure. I've noticed that with this whole COVID thing, I think one thing we've learned is that we as DJs, we were the first ones to get shut down, and we are the last ones that will probably be able to go back to work.
Mhm.
So I do want to diversify what I'm doing more. I want to release more music. Um, I want to go more into, like I said, presenting, curating. Um, so yeah, I think that's what I want to. I want to diversify more. Um, I don't want to be in the club like I said every week anymore. But the ones I do, I want to do well. Like I'm saying now, I'm going to Nigeria. Um, I'm going to be going. I might go to Ghana to go and shoot some footage for Rita Marley's 75th birthday party
Oh,
because she has an orphanage in Ghana,
okay.
and they want me to go and handle that whole thing, film it, talk a little bit about it, go and view some people. Then I'm going to a female DJ summit in Denmark next month as well. So I want to do more meaningful things. I want to spread the word amongst people, and I just really want to put a footprint there. I think that's something I want to focus on doing more because it's fun to be in the club every week, but really, what impact are you making?
Yeah. Thank you very much for sparing almost 1 hour of your time to speak with us.
I
It
can
is
talk. I can talk as much as you want. I mean, I can talk for the whole of Africa. That's why
Wow.
I'm
It's
like, oh yeah.
actually been an interesting moment having you here live. Thank you for for the honor, and I know that you have tight schedules, haven't traveled the whole continent, and haven't played for presidents, VIPs. So to us, we believe it's a privilege to have you here to have a chat with us. And you have not just spoken; you have opened up so many things about you that a lot of us or people do not know. So to me, I want to say thank you for spending this time to chat with me. And thank you to everyone in Afro Passion team that has made this possible. And one thing we promised our audience, our viewers, is that we're not going to disappoint them. The entertainment, yeah, really, the entertainment industry has been facing so much. Like you said previously, the first to close, the last to open, you know,
Very.
and no one knows how long this still goes. So Afro Passion is going extra miles to make sure that we engage our viewers, to engage our audience one way or the other. And you've contributed a huge quota to ensuring that we continue to do this. So
It
thank you
was
very
my
much.
pleasure. Nice to meet you. I'm
You're
sure we'll
welcome.
talk again. And let me leave you. And yeah, I'm sure I'll meet you when the clubs are back open.
Hopefully,
Okay.
enjoy the rest of the evening.
You
Thank you very
too.
much.
Bye. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, it has been indeed an exclusive chat getting to meet one of the best female DJs around the world. If I say that now, I'm sure you have very many reasons to confirm that I am saying what I know, what is out there. You can Google it. She's an international DJ. She has impacted. She has done so much. She has ventured into so many things. And she is one of the examples that you can point out to, that when you say what men can do, women can do better. She's actually doing good. So I leave you this evening as I look forward to seeing you very soon again, because we're not stopping here. We are a moving train and we're coming back soon with another exclusive interview. Watch out. Thank you for your time. Thank you for staying with us. This is Eniola representing Afro Passion Media. Stay blessed. Bye.